Hello guys, today I'm interviewing Carl Neilson from Neilson Boxing, and we're talking about his great shows that he's putting on for us all. And I think the first show we're going to talk about is the one this Friday in Liverpool.
Yes, mate. Yeah, so we're going up to Liverpool for the first time on Friday. I'm actually leaving tomorrow morning for the day before weigh-in with Jack McGann.
Yes.
We're really looking forward to this show. We jokingly said a few months back, "Oh, why don't we go put a show on in Liverpool?" Fast forward a few months, and we're actually doing it. So we're really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, because of course we saw Jack McGann last time out with a good fight against, was it John the Don Brennan?
That's it. Yeah. Your call. So
yeah, and John dropped him first, I think.
Yeah. First round, I believe, put Jack down, which I think is the first.
It was the second round.
May have been the second, mate. You might be right. I think, but I believe it's the first time Jack had ever been knocked down. So
yeah.
But obviously Jack come back and done what he does best. So
yeah, and he stopped him in the fourth. That was full of excitement. That fight.
Great fight.
I haven't heard much about this opponent, Ivanas Platkas.
But you say it nearly as good as me. At Venus, we'll stick to him known as at Venus.
Yeah,
mate, he's been around for a little bit. He knows what he's doing. He's a decent lad. He's actually ranked higher in the world than Jack McGann. So this is why we selected him eventually. After multiple pullouts, we went with this guy.
He was going to fight JJ Evans.
Yeah, so politics and boxing between him and his manager. I don't really know what happened, but it resulted in him pulling out.
Yeah.
But we got Venus now. He's currently ranked 141 in the world. Should Jack McGann beat him, then Jack jumps from 300 odd places in the world to 150. So it's a great fight for Jack. And Ed Venus's record doesn't do him any justice.
Yeah. And then it's a good undercard as well. Of course, Marcel Braithwaite.
Yeah, so Marcel was a late addition to the card. I was talking to his manager, and he asked if we can put him on. I think there's big fight news coming up for Marcel. So for him, he needed to get out and get rid of the ring rust. And
because he was meant to fight Thomas Asumba.
Yeah, I believe he had. I think it's a shoulder injury he had. So yeah, he's coming back from that now. He's going to get rid of the ring rust on here. And
is it 6 rounds or 4 rounds?
6 rounds. 6 rounds. Yeah,
we're a very durable opponent in Stephen Maguire.
Yes, Stephen Maguire is one of the best out there. He knows what he's doing.
Barely ever gets stopped.
No, great opponent for Marcel. Like I said, big news, fight news coming for him. I won't spoil that. I'll leave that to his team. But yeah.
Yeah. He'll be up there pushing for like British level now, won't he?
Absolutely,
yeah. And then Leon Willings, he's coming off a defeat, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think right in saying defeat to Robbie Chapman.
Yeah, he lost to Robbie.
Yeah, so originally we wanted to get the fight with Robbie Chapman, get that so we could right a wrong, but unfortunately Robbie was unavailable.
Oh.
So, Leon's managed by Kev Mari, knows what he's doing with his guys. So we've got this Badr Karami coming in, making his debut on, so but he's game, yeah. So could be an interesting fight, that one.
Could be fight of the night.
Could, absolutely, mate. No reason why not.
Yes. What about what's he called? Brad Strad.
Brad Strand, yeah. So he's
been on Frank Warren shows, I've seen.
He is a Queensbury fighter, yeah. So when we announced the show, obviously with our relationship with the Warrens, they asked if we could get Brad on there, and Brad fighting in his hometown, it's great for him to get out. So we're looking forward to watching him in action. Actually, super bantamweight 7-0, exciting things coming for him.
Maybe titles as well.
Yeah, he's getting to a stage now where he can start pushing for them titles.
Yes. What, like with Aidan Mohammed?
Mate, I don't know who they were putting with. That's a job for Queensbury. Our job's to get him out, keep him active, and keep him where he needs to be in order to get them titles.
Yes. I know. Yeah. And who else is on that show? Is Adam Cadbury?
Adam Carberry, yeah, Adam Carberry trained by I think trained and managed by Martin Murray. He's in the same camp as Jack McGann. Super featherweight 2-0. So he was meant to be on one of our York Horse shows. Unfortunately for him, in the end, it didn't happen. So when we announced the Liverpool show, again, one of the first people on my phone asking to get on. So, but yeah, Adam, from what I've heard, he's a great fighter. I've never seen him personally, so I'm looking forward to watching him.
That should be good. Is he in a 4-round fight?
No, he's in a 6-rounder. So
is this his first 6-round fight? Do you know?
I believe so. I believe we are just going into his first 6-round fight. Yeah, so he's had 2 falls, one against Steve Jackson and the other one against Kieran McCaff. And he's facing a tough Stanislav Bularov from Ukraine, who come over here as a journeyman with 0 losses, 7 defeats and 1 draw, and took his first win on UK soil back in July. So
who did he beat? Do you know?
Let me have a look for you. He beat Brian Stokes, who was 1-0 at the time. So he come over
and upset the odds. Fighter.
Yeah, he come over and upset the odds. So Adam could be in a very tough fight there.
Yes. And then the 9th of September is a bit of a prospect show.
Yeah.
To keep everyone busy. Wait, is John Brennan on that show? Or
John Brennan was on it, mate. Unfortunately, due to reasons outside of the boxing, he's had to withdraw. All credit to
still going to fight Tom Brennan.
Yeah, absolutely. All credit to John. I spoke to him. In his words, he's never cheated boxing, and he's not willing to start now, and we respect him for that. So he's withdrew from the 9th, and he's going to return on the October the 15th against Tom Brennan, straight into a 10-rounder. So that's a hard ask for John, really, but he's up for it, and that's what he wants to do.
Yeah, but I'll talk about that a bit later.
Yeah.
But yes, who else is on the 9th? Is
So we got another Queensbury fighter. We got Charles Frankham.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So we're Charles Frankham, trained by Roger Lee, same trainer as Johnny Ward, who we've now signed on a management contract. So we're going to have Johnny Ward out as well. Johnny Ward's tough one to match. He's had 3 fights. He's put 2 down, and the other one he had down in the 2nd round or something like that. So he's a hard one to match, but we've managed to get him matched against a lad called Konstantin Alexandrov from Bulgaria.
Oh yes, I've seen him fight before. Yeah, he's a tough man.
I tell you what, with Johnny Ward, there's a lot of people out there that turn him down. A lot of people out there. So to get him matched, it means everything to us, and because he's got a lot to show, and he'll go all the way, that kid. So
fair play to Konstantin.
Yeah, absolutely fair play to him. We've got Harry Mullins, managed by Sam Kinnock, on the show. 5-0 flyweight.
Yep.
We got Sammy McKay, Devon Miller, who are managed by Mo Pryor.
Devon's making his debut.
Yes, Devon's making his debut at Cruiserweight. I believe he was meant to make it a little while ago.
Yeah, in July.
Struggles with getting him matched, so it didn't happen. So it focuses on getting him matched and getting him his debut.
Would that be 4 rounds, as it's a debut fight?
Yeah, for his debut,
yeah. That's fair enough, mate.
Yeah, and we got Sagit the Showstopper Khan on. He fought on our Swindon show. He's a great fighter. He's only 3-0, but he's the part, and he can hit as well at welterweight. I think he fought Fons Alexander in Swindon, and Fons come up to us after and said, he's a tough kid, tough kid. And so he got the recognition of a well-established and tough, durable journeyman. So that was great. We got Derek Azaze on.
Yes, he's making his. I think he lost to Tyler Denny last time out.
Yeah. So now he's on the comeback now. So we're going to get him out in a 6-rounder again. Get him out in a 6-rounder. He wins that. He's back up there where he belongs, and there could be titles there for him next.
Yes.
And
then before we move on,
yes,
what's happening with Andre Grant?
Andre Grant.
He got injured because he was meant to fight in his English title fight.
Yeah, so Andre Grant's managed by Charlie Oliver, so I don't have a lot of dealings with him. I believe, I spoke to Charlie. I do believe he's injured himself, but the fight's going to be rescheduled. But that's down to Charlie, Andre, and the team to announce when they're ready.
Because he had a good fight against Lee Glover last year.
Cracking fight. That was on our Bracknell card.
Yeah.
Absolute. That was a main event. That we were proud of. That there was both ends, but very good fight.
Yeah, and that was good for Andre to get rid of the ring rust as well.
Yeah, that was a tough fight for him to get rid of the ring rust. I don't think Andre expected Lee Glover to turn up and do what he done. He a very, very tough fight. But yeah.
Would you get Glover back on your shows?
Absolutely, yeah. No, I think after talking to his manager, I tried getting him a couple of times. After talking to his manager, I think he's out at the gym at the minute. Whether or not he's coming back, I'm not sure.
Yeah, because he gave Andre a great fight.
Yeah, and you look at his fights. A lot of his fights that they've been absolute, top of the bill fights.
Yeah.
So he's done well.
And then, what's your next show after the 9th?
After the 9th, we go to the 24th of September in Swindon.
Oh yes, because Phil Williams is in the home corner.
Big Phil. He's from Swindon. He trains out of our gym here. We've known Phil for years. So when he come to us and asked if he could fight on the home show and be in the home corner, absolutely. We love having home fighters.
He deserves it.
He does. He's got a tough job being on the road, Phil, and so have all the guys, But I think he's been on the end of some tough decisions that he's believed should have gone the other way. So we give him a chance to fight at home and probably get hopefully get the win that he deserves.
But he has got another tough journeyman in Is it Austin?
Aussie Jervia.
Yeah, I'm sure he will fancy his chances. Two journeymen having a good go at each other.
It's the ideal fight for both guys. Because 9 times out of 10, these guys, they do great week in, week out. But now and again, they need to come to and actually let themselves go, have a proper go at it. And I think that's what we're in for on the 24th.
That could steal the show, to be honest.
Yeah, and everyone loves heavyweight action, mate. Everyone loves it. So
is that 6 rounds or only 4?
A 6-rounder. That is a 6-rounder.
That should be good, mate.
A very, very good fight.
Will the crowd be behind Phil? Will Phil sell tickets?
Yeah. So in order for Phil to fight, on the home show, he's got to sell tickets. He knows what's expected of him, and the ball's already rolling. He's already out there selling tickets now. So
that's good.
Yeah, he's asked us loads of times to fight at home. We've always been a bit short on space, given that the venue that we use here in Swindon. But this time round, we've got him on.
Yes. Who else is on that bill? Can you remind me?
We got Shabir Hadri, Shabs from Gloucester. He's 1-0. He's been out of the ring since September. He had a bit of a hand injury. Very, very exciting featherweight. He's just very explosive. He fought Konstantin Radoy in his debut.
Oh yeah.
And both lads made their debut that night, and it was one fight to remember. If anyone can go out there and look at the footage, it's well worth a watch. It was from the first bell to the very last, they were just going at it. So that's great to have him back.
What about Cliff Henry?
Cliff Henry's new to me. He's coming from Hereford.
Yeah.
I've got 3 or 4. I've got 4 lads out of the gym there in Hereford coming.
Is it Liam Edmondson and Liam
O'Hare? That's it, and Danny Williams. Yeah, and Danny Williams. So I got all 4 of them on.
That's good.
They seem like great lads. They're out there promoting the show really well. I'm in constant communication with their trainer and manager. And from what I can gather, these are some good lads.
Is it who's Liam Edmondson fighting? Because he was in a close fight against Paul Holt last time out.
Yeah, so Liam Edmonds at the moment, we're not sure. We're still matching at the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's to be. But listen, fighting Paul Holt in your debut, that's a tough ask. Paul Holt's great, a great fighter. So
yeah,
fair play to Liam. He done what he had to do to get through that one. So we'll see what's next for him.
Yeah. So yeah, and Cliff Henry as well. I think Cliff Henry's in his. I think Cliff's 42. So fair play to him after turning pro so late.
Yeah, I think his background in the army helped him get his license. But when I got told his age as well, I had to double check. But yeah, fair play to him. Yeah, especially like you ask any boxer, the older you get, the harder it gets. So for him to start doing it in his 40s.
You should have seen his last fight against Ben Thomas. That was a great fight. He put Thomas down.
I'll have to go back and watch that. I know Ben Thomas. We've had him on our shows, and again,
in the Bracknell one that I was at, he was in a great fight against that Derek, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah. That was.
No offense to Derek, but I thought Ben nicked it.
There was talks around the venue. A lot of people I think thought that was a result. I personally had Derek winning it, so I think it was a good decision. So, but everyone's entitled to their opinions.
Yeah, I think Derek's fighting this weekend.
Yeah, I believe he's fighting on Dean White's show, isn't he?
Yeah, he is against Pucci.
Who's
very hard.
Great fight that will be, a great fight. I know Pucci, I know his trainer Rich Farnan, so
yeah,
it's fair play. Yeah, that would be a cracking fight.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, also on Swindon we got Tosin, who's Nigerian based over here in the UK at the moment.
Wait, didn't he beat Pucci?
He beat Pucci, yes, in Swindon. He he had a decent fight with Pucci. Then we put him on at York Hall on the 1st of July, and he knocked out he beat a Russian who was like 9-4 at the time. He knocked him out, so he's a great one. You really need to keep an eye on that lad because he can go all the way.
Yeah. Are you still trying to match him up?
Oh yeah, mate. He's not an easy one to match. When you come over here in the UK, you have 2 fights, one against Pucci, and you put Pucci down, and then the second one you knock out someone with a winning record.
Pucci's a hard man to put down.
Yeah, absolutely. He don't go down very often, so I think it speaks volumes for Tosin.
Yeah, and I was speaking to Pucci, and he said that Tosin's a great fighter.
Yeah, absolutely. He's very strong. He's dangerous, and that was at light heavy. So we're now matching him at super middleweight as well. So he's coming down.
He's gone down a little bit.
Yeah. So then, and then we got Swindon's very own Lewis Roberts on the show.
Oh, he brings the crowd, doesn't he?
He does. He loves it. Sombrero wearing. Al Gordito, they call him in Swindon. 4-0 now as a featherweight, and he's actually dropping down to super bantam to fight Brett Fido.
Oh, now, he's a good journeyman who always comes to have a go.
Everyone who knows Brett comes to have a go. So we could be in for a decent fight there. But Lewis is training hard. Lewis, he's at that stage in his career now where 1, 2, maybe 3 more, and we can start pushing for Southern area titles for him then.
What about Max Mudway?
Yeah, Max Mudway. He was due to be on. Unfortunately, he's had to withdraw from this one.
So when's his next fight?
He will next be out on the 26th of November, in Swindon. So he'll be back out on the 26th of November in Swindon. And we're actually looking at titles for Max now. We're looking to see what he's eligible for, especially after his first round knockout win on his last fight.
Yeah.
We'd like to get a title for Max next and get him to finish the year with a title in his hands.
Wait, can you remind me who he was fighting? I forgot his name.
Doris Ritsikis, I believe, from Greece.
Oh, I think he was something like 5-3 going into there or something.
Yeah.
Oh, he's actually a good fighter.
He was all right. He spent a short time over here before the fight, in the gym every day, even when he was over here. And he was well up for the fight. Unfortunately, he got caught by a mean hook by Max, and the night ended early for him. But
is he signed with you?
Who, Max?
No, not Max. I can't pronounce.
Oh, so Doris. Doris is he's actually signed. He's got a management contract with Alfie Warren Boxing Management.
Oh, so Alfie helps him out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he's based in Greece, so he's out there at the minute training. I don't know what they've got planned for him next.
Yeah, and then am I right in saying that you've got 1st of October at York Hall?
1st of October at York Hall.
Oh, that's going to be a great show.
Do you know what? So, you spoke about the ninth show being a bit of a prospect show and, just getting the guys out, keeping them busy. And for us, yes, it is one of them shows, but then look how we finished the year at York Hall. We got two then after that. We got the 1st of October and the 4th of November. And both shows there are going to be absolutely amazing. Like the cards on them already.
The 1st of October is looking good. Jack Martin v Jordan. I had them both on the channel like a head-to-head. And
I did see it, yeah.
I don't really know who would win that fight because I would say Jordan's the better boxer, but I think Jack carries more power.
Yeah, so that is a genuine 50-50 fight. And when we started putting on shows at York Hall, we always said that's what we wanted. We wanted genuine 50-50 fights. We wanted
that's what you've done these last fights. You've done Dean Dodge v Bellotti. Ashley Sexton was in a hard fight. Tommy Jacobs, Billy Underwood, Ebony, Gershon. The list goes on, mate.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what? We'll take the 9th as a bit of a development card. We'll have a break in it, but we're definitely back at 1st of October. A few guys in the gym here who know Jack Martin speak very highly of him. I've never seen him fight, but they speak very highly of him, and they actually think Jack's going to take it on the night. I've watched Jordan many a times. For me, it's a hard one to judge. I'm sat on the fence there, to be honest. It's definitely 50-50.
But Jordan, not Jordan. Who's Billy fighting? Because I've seen that on Billy's Insta that Ryan Mayock has pulled out.
Yeah, so
I don't know why he's pulled out. You probably know, but I don't.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So Billy Underwood was due to fight Ryan Mayock. It was only a 6-round contest. They were due to fight each other. I had a phone call from Ryan's manager, Charlie, to inform me that he's hurt. He's injured his hand.
Oh, that's a shame.
So unfortunately, Ryan's not going to be able to take part in that contest now. So we are on the lookout for another middleweight. And
what about Adewale? Because Adewale was meant to fight him not long ago.
Yeah, so we're going through the list at the minute. But for Billy Underwood, this isn't about just getting him out and ticking over. This is about getting him in a 50-50 fight. And
that's what he wants.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's what we want, so get him out in a decent 50-50, a big crowd pleaser, and just, he'd be working his way up then.
Yeah, for titles.
Absolutely. So we got Billy Jackson as well on that 1st of October.
He's got a 50-50 fight as well.
A 50-50 fight with Gideon Onyanani from, he's actually managed by Victor Smith.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen him fight on YouTube before, yeah.
Yeah, so, and to be fair, that a lot of discussion. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So we had a lot of discussions to start off with. We was backwards and forwards on rounds, on weights, and where are we? I think originally it was discussed for a 6-rounder, and then once we finished talking, this has actually been confirmed for an 8-rounder now.
Oh, has it?
Both guys going into an 8-rounder for the first time in a 50-50, which is great.
That's what we want. That's what we like to see.
Exactly, and credit to these guys as well, because they're not ducking and diving. They're putting everything on.
Even with the loser, would you try to get them back on? Because fair play to them.
Absolutely, yeah. These guys have been great to work with, and win, lose, draw, whatever the decision would be, we're open to work with all these guys again.
Yes, that's good. And then the 15th. That's a good top of the bill. We'll come back to it. Is John the Don Brennan v Tom Brennan, the Battle of the Brennans.
Absolutely, mate. The Battle of the Brennans. So, what a fight! What a fight! Tom Brennan has recently started training in our gym with one of our in-house coaches, Casper, and he come to me. We were talking about the show in Oxford because he's Oxford based. He wants to get on it, and he asked me if John Brennan was available, and I said, "Problem is, mate, he's moved up to middleweight. That's fine. I'll fight him at middleweight." So, what a fight to make! Both guys are up for it as well. So that
John's
for me,
more experienced, isn't he?
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Tom's had 22 fights, and Tom's had 6.
Yeah, exactly. But for Tom, if you speak to Tom, you ask Tom who the underdog is. He knows it's him. He knows the percentage of, is against him when it comes to winning. So, and that's why he's took the fight, because he doesn't want an easy fight. He wants a fight where he's got to try himself. So for me, that's fight of the night. That will be outstanding. But on that show as well, we have got
Flanagan returning from his defeat. Why is he not rematching Fash?
We discussed rematching Fash. We did discuss as a team the rematch. But when we sat down and went for a thing, we, just move on was the end result in that conversation.
Well, you've got Jake Poland, haven't you?
Yeah, Jake Pollard. So we've had Jake on a number of our shows. 400
Grant.
That's it. Yeah. So we've got him on the show. We think after sitting down and talking to Kieran and looking at potential opponents, that's the better suited opponent for Kieran to come back. Obviously, Kieran had a shock defeat on his debut. We put it down to the fact that a lot of pressure on you when you debut anyway. To do it at York Hall, that's just added pressure that you probably didn't need. So we're now going to sit. Yeah, we sat down. We spoke about it. We got Jake, and I think Kieran, let's get Kieran back to where he should be. Kieran's a great boxer, and that on the 1st of July wasn't him at all.
Yeah, he just got caught with two good shots, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And I remember on the first one, he got caught with it and he hit the canvas and kind of looked over to us as if to say, what just happened? So, he knows silly punches. He watched it back. He knows where he went wrong. He's not critical of himself. He just knows where he went wrong and where he needs to start, fixing it all. So
I'm sure he'll get back onto winning ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it 4 rounds again? Yeah.
Yeah, just 4 rounds. We're doing everything we can to get him back to winning ways now.
That's good to hear, mate. That's great to hear.
And then topping the bill on that one, though, I've got to say we've got Jordan Flynn, who's based in Oxford. Jordan's fought on our Bracknell show.
Wait, so Tom Brennan's not top of the bill?
No.
Whoa.
So we're going to have Jordan Flynn top of the bill. He's only going to be a 6-rounder, but I can guarantee you, whatever fight Jordan's in, it will be one hell of a fight. He is such a good, explosive fighter. I think he fought Konstantin Radoy in Bracknell. And whether it's Konstantin, because it's 2 fights I've seen him in, and it's both been end-to-end from start bell to finish bell, but that will be a great fight. Whatever fight Jordan's in will be a great fight and a real entertaining one for the fans. And to be fair to Jordan, the venue we're doing at, he probably could have sold it out 3 times. We've had to tell him no more tickets. So it's always great when you've got them problems.
Yes, it is. So that's a good show then, isn't it? Packed show.
Yes,
Who else is fighting? Is Bradley Townsend, is it?
Bradley Townsend, yeah. Bradley's 10-0 now. So he's recently dropped down to super lightweight. Talking with his team. I don't think we're going to step for a title on the Oxford show. We're definitely going to look at getting him another one at super lightweight. So he's had a couple under his belt at his new weight. But we are looking at someone with a winning record. So,
that's good.
Yeah, it's going to be no walk in the park for Brad. And
would you announce that show soon?
So we've announced a show. The show's been announced because it's actually a pro-am show. We've teamed up with Didcot Amateur Boxing Club, and they're going to be doing.
So are you going to be watching all the amateurs?
Yeah, so I'll be there, mate. I'll be there. The amateur show starts in the afternoon. I'll be sat there watching the amateurs before we then roll out with the pro show in the evening.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, so and it's a chance to give the young guys in that area, give them something to look forward to, because they're the next bunch that are coming through, so they need that platform to get out there.
They could be on your shows in the next couple of years.
Absolutely. Who knows what's around the corner for them guys?
Yes. So that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any more? Oh, the November show, but Alfie said that there should be confirmation on that. What happens in Liverpool or something? That's what he said to me.
Yeah. So the November the 4th show is the headline is dependent on what happens on the Liverpool show with Jack McGann.
Would he be headliner if he managed to win? I'm sure he will.
Absolutely, yes. Jack's one of Warren Boxing Management's fighters. So
yeah,
we get him on main event. We love working with Jack and his family, his sponsor, everything. They're great guys, great setup up there. So hopefully we're making main event. But what we have also got is one for you on this call. Nathan Mizon versus Slavisa Gegic has been confirmed for a Southern Area Eliminator.
Oh. Really?
Okay. Yeah, so that'd be over
What day do you think that would be?
That's on the November the 4th show.
So same night as Jack McGann.
Yeah. But we'll confirm the rest of the card shortly. But we've got another decent card there, a couple of Southern area eliminators, maybe even actual Southern area title shot.
Ooh, that would be good.
That'd be a good show.
Yes. I want to say a massive thank you for coming on and keep the good work up, mate. It's been,
And mate, it's been an honour. Thank you very much. You're doing great stuff and keep up the good work, mate.
Thank you, champ.
Top man, I'll speak to you soon.
Bye, mate.